She also is a story writer herself. Her debut short story collection, Polyglot, Stories of the West's Wet Edge, won the 2009 Serena MacDonald Kennedy Award from Georgia's Snake Nation Press, which is a pretty cool name for a press. And it was also honored this year by the Jewish Book Council. So I don't think I forgot anything essential, did I?
That sounds wonderful. We
Okay,
want to the readers.
so
Thank you,
on to the
Joy.
readers.
Yeah, definitely. So cool to be back here. We were down here last year, and man, the energy was just so exciting. It was so great to meet you guys, and you're just as quirky as people in Seattle. So that was really, really lovely to be down here. I have a couple of short announcements before we jump into the reading, and one is that I am helping the librarians, and those of you who are writers and poets, you should know by now that your best friends are librarians. You should know this. You should take this to heart. Librarians have power beyond worlds that I am just learning about. And the Association of Jewish Libraries is coming to Seattle for the first time ever. This is an international conference at the Fairmount Olympic Hotel. And I'm going to pass these around. Take one if you think you really can use it. If not, just pass it on. The Sunday, July 4th, is an absolutely free day. You can come for performances, you can come hang out and see the exhibits, the vendors. It's all in the foyer in the Spanish ballroom of the Olympic Hotel. You will be rubbing shoulders with librarians. Any money on this. It's all for love of the journal. It's for the love of the word. And I cannot thank you enough for your interest in and your support of, and the fact that you put beautiful words down on paper and allow people to connect, because to me, this is what Drash is all about. It's connecting people from very diverse parts of the world. We get people from Cyprus and Israel and New England and Rhodes, really diverse folks, Bellingham. And people have connected with these words in such a way, as I said in my intro, it's almost like sacred activism, especially in this day and age. I think it's really important that we connect on more levels than just text or iPhone. And I have teenagers, so I'm learning this new way of expression. So, without further ado, I'm going to try and mix up some of the poets and the writers so we get a little bit of everything. And since I see Willa in the front row, you're going to go first.
So, my name is Bonnie Goldberg, and I'm a writer and a poet. And this is, it's been probably about 10 years since I've been up here in front of people as a poet. So I'm kind of returning. And Jewishly, I've been involved in a lot of things in this Jewish community here in Portland, but most recently I am the organizer or coordinator. I don't have a title really, but there's a wonderful program called the Matan Mother-Daughter Bat Mitzvah program, and I'm the one to see if you're interested in that. So I'm going to read a poem that was published in Drash, and then depending on how much time we have, I'll read one or two more. This is a nostalgia piece. It's called S&H Green Stamps. How many people here know what an S&H? Yeah, I know. We've got this whole right crowd. S&H Green Stamps. They came with the change at the supermarket, small green squares monogrammed with yellow script, my mother tucked in a separate fold in her wallet. I had to wait for her to stash cans, bottles, jars, and fold brown paper bags until she took the shoebox from the pantry and lifted out our stack of sandwiched booklets, those ready, and the ones nearly so, the bread, the empty ones, the meat, and underneath, like a plate, the S&H catalog. Printed beside each appliance the number of full booklets we needed to go downtown and trade them in. At the flecked Formica table, we got to work. I licked, she pasted. The acrid glue pursed my lips. Just like kissing frogs, she said, and pressed the stamps, careful to stay within the outlined boxes, while I thought about the princess in my storybook, tasting vile, and then getting the prize. What a scheme! A guaranteed equation. We practiced patience in our pursuit of the premiums in our dog-eared catalog, leafing through it weekly as our booklets stiffened until their number equaled a path to the center, where everything, from toasters to vacations, waited to be redeemed, while clerks checked our collection to be sure we hadn't skipped a page. So first my mother trod the grocery aisles, and later I would fly thousands of miles, each sure we could rack up enough bonuses to satisfy desire.
Great event. Thank you, Broadway Books. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you for all my friends that have shown up to hear me and fellow poets. What a great event. Well, I am a true native. I grew up over the river and up towards the woods, up into the hills. And this is, somebody left their glasses. Maybe I can put them on. Okay, I'm going to read my poem from, find it here. Oh, that's the wrong one. See, that's what happens when you bring different books. You get confused. Okay, here's my poem that is in the current issue of Drash. And I want to also ask you, remember, support your local bookstore.
Yes.
And support Drash. These make great gifts. Loss of Faith. I'm going to say that this poem probably came subliminally from watching Coen Brothers, A Serious Man. I saw it with my friend Akiva, who's here tonight, and we spent a lot of time discussing it, trying to figure out that mysterious opening, you know, on the plains back in Europe there somewhere in a little shtetl. Loss of Faith. He smells the shtetl in the neon air some nights, a pungent garlic odor that suggests the skyscrapers around him are only the delusion of a Job, as if the family never packed their trunks, set foot in Odessa, or crossed great waters to Ellis Island. And in a flash he begins to inhabit scenes like an outsider, inside another's dream, his fevered eyes seeing fragments of an unfamiliar life, a charged air that holds such quiet it feels like the start of Sabbath, a lonely hush that descends just before the dusk of the steppe deepens and the sun prepares to repeat its disappearing act, so that one hears the faintest sounds, plaintive incantations that burst like sparrows from the shul, horses that stamp the earth and rumble in their stalls, as a Rebbe scurries home, as women bear matches to candles like light against shadow, and in his bones he feels the wind howl across the plain, a moan that could mean Cossacks or other nightmares to come. Only prayers could be offered then, the Sabbath candles lit, the black bread tasted. Only then could prayers be answered.